For those of you listening on the pod,
thick.
Welcome into hour 2. That's how we get it started. Lord have mercy. All right, top 30 visit today, guys. We had Mr. SMU edge defender Elijah Roberts. Got to be honest, didn't see him as like this great player, like he's 105th on our big board, if I remember correctly. Started diving into it and was like, this dude looks very, very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. So let's before we get into the scouting report, has anybody got any initial? I like to ask this before we get into the details of what this player did in college, all the measurables, all that stuff. Do you guys have any kind of preconceived notions on Elijah Roberts out of, is it Southern Methodist? Is that what it is, guys?
Yeah, SMU.
No.
I freaking love him.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Anybody else?
I think he's a dog out there at the edge. I haven't seen a bunch on him. I would tell you his card if I had one in Ultimate Team, Clay, but I don't for my boy.
I mean,
just loaded up the Xbox to check, didn't you? Go ahead, Jake.
I mean, just real quick. I mean, you look at his grades; they're phenomenal, like absolutely insane. I mean, granted, it's SMU, so take that with a grain of salt. But 2022 has a 72.9 playing 10 games. 2023 a 91.3 playing 14 games. 2024 shows that that's no fluke. He's a 91.1. Dude had 8 sacks this last year, 13 in 2023. He had 45 hurries. I'll say that again: 45 hurries in 2024. In 2023, he had 47. I really love what he does. The true pass set rush grade of 90.7 and a pass rush win rate of 22.4% and a run stop rate of 8.5%. I mean, he's absolutely, and he's most mocked to the Packers by double. I really like that. Really like it.
Chris the Casual in with the super chat. Thank you, sir. He says mock draft Monday loud. We may have to.
You're ready to go.
Too old for this because mock list Monday. So we'll try to get into it. Let's stop through this top 30. We may hold a top 30 off until tomorrow and go ahead and get a mock draft in this evening because the reality is we're 10 days away and there's going to be no more mock draft.
That's crazy. Wow.
It's wild. So here we go. The Green Bay Packers have reportedly scheduled a top 30 visit with SMU edge rusher Elijah Roberts, per team sources targeting him as a power-based prospect in the 2025 NFL Draft, ranked number 105 on the PTA Big Board. Roberts brings a sturdy 6'3.5", 285-pound frame with strength and short area burst, offering Green Bay a potential rational end to fortify their defensive front. That weight might be wrong. We'll double-check it here in a second. Look at this boy in high school. Look at this guy right here. You kidding me?
That's a grown-ass man, dog.
I wonder if they checked the birth certificate in high school. I'm just saying. All right. So here's the scouting report coming out. A 4-star recruit from Columbus High School in Miami, Florida in the 2020 class. Elijah Roberts earned an 89.67 grade from On3 at 6'3", 260. He dominated as a defensive end with 12 sacks and 20 tackles for a loss as a senior, showcasing raw power and quick first step. His wrestling background added leverage and balance, earning him all Dade County honors. So he was an all Dade County wrestler. We need to put that on the board.
Trust me. He's already getting it.
Wrestler, not a wrestler.
He was the captain too, wasn't he? I believe he had the C on the shirt.
Yeah, captain as well. Ranked number 28 among Florida prospects by On3, Roberts committed to Miami over offers from Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, seen as a high motor talent with NFL potential. Jacob was mentioning the PFF grades. Now you can see here, early on, he was in Miami first. The PFF grade 67.3, 59.0, jumped to a 72.9, pretty solid. And then when he transferred over to SMU, getting a ton of playing time, 91.3, 91.1. You can look at that one of two ways. Some people look at that and go, hey, he's playing lesser talent. True. But you can also look at it and go, when you play lesser talent, you better dominate. And this dude dominated.
You want to hear lesser talent that he played against? Nevada. Then it was UConn, I believe. Then BYU, TCU, Florida State, Louisville, Stanford, Duke, Pitt, Virginia, Cal, Penn State, and Clemson.
Dude, there's some solid programs.
What's his lesser talent that he's played against? Come on.
And his best game was against Clemson, was it not?
Come on now.
Let's go. All right, college stats. Roberts' 5-year career across Miami and SMU reflects steady growth. In 2020, he played 5 games at Miami, recording 4 tackles and 1 forced fumble. In 21, he appeared in 9 games with 8 tackles and a half sack. So you're seeing not much playing time there. Even though he's playing in those games, he's not getting many snaps, right? In 22, he played 10 games with 9 tackles. Then he transferred to SMU, and look at the stats blow up. He broke out in 2023 playing 14 games with 37 tackles, 9.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and 2 pass breakups. In 24, he started 13 games, earning all ACC honorable mention with 35 tackles, 7.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and 1 pass breakup. His career totals 51 games, 93 tackles, 17.5 sacks, 5 forced fumbles, and 3 pass breakups. So the big thing at Miami, I think the reason he transferred was like, man, I'm not getting any playing time, right? I'm not getting limited snaps. So very, very interesting there. When we move
111 snaps in 22 to 642 in 23, 590 in 24. This is a guy that needs to be on the field.
Yeah,
for sure.
And SMU was fired up to get him in-house.
Oh, yeah.
So, all right, detailed scouting report. This is from Dane Bruler. A 2-year starter at SMU, Roberts lined up primarily as an edge defender, the 7 to the 9 tech. So he's in one of those wide techs, right? And defensive coordinator Scott Simons, however you say it, 4-man base line. He struggled to find a consistent role in 3 years at Miami, but he flourished with the Mustangs and combined for 131 pressures over the past 2 seasons, number 1 in the FBS over that span.
Let's go.
Roberts has a very unique body type for an edge rusher, but he knows how to affect the quarterback by leaning into his strengths, specifically his long arms and ability to create force-hit contact, especially if the blocker plays with wide hands and invites Roberts' signature bull rush into his chest. He drops his weight against the run, locks out, and holds his own at the point of attack, although his range was inconsistent when working off contact. Overall, Roberts is more deliberate than dynamic as an athlete. He accelerates well in short areas, though, and power is the foundation of his game. What does Greg Cosell say all the time? You've got to be able to play with power at the NFL level. Got to. Let's see. It says which shows both as a pass rusher and an edge setter. His uniqueness might scare off some teams, but he has the goods to be a rotational edge with upside on the interior. When you look at the RAS, he scored a 6.84. So this is one of those guys. He's a tape guy. He's a production guy. Emilio, what was it that Daniel Jeremiah and Bucky Brooks said? You've got traits and you got production, and you got to find that balance between traits and production. This is a production guy, no doubt about it. 10 1/4 inch hands, got big old paws on that boy. 33.63 on the arm length, 6'3", 285. That 285 scoring a 9.45. He carries that weight well. Ran a 4.78 40 at 285. Is really impressive. Pretty solid across the board. I know it doesn't like jump off the page at you, but measured out pretty well with that arm length. That's something that Goody will have his eyes on for sure. So injury and character concerns. Roberts has been durable, playing 51 games over 5 seasons with no major injuries reported. He played through minor ankle soreness in 2023 at SMU, missing no games, and showed resilience in 2024's physical ACC schedule. Off the field, he's a high character leader, named a 2024 SMU team captain after transferring from Miami. Coaches praise his work ethic and adaptability across defensive schemes with no off-field issues. His wrestling background underscores his discipline, earning respect on both programs. And it said, you notice it didn't mention anything about a hand injury. Look at my boy out there playing with
see the cast on the hand. I was just going to say.
I love that they didn't mention it too. Doesn't even matter. Said, hey, let's strap up. Let's go.
Yeah, that's what he said, right? Wrap it up. Let's go. Get me on the field.
So here's how he's looked across the board in terms of where he's been projected. Okay. So at the end of, or right there around January, he takes a spike up to about the 150 spot. And then in February, no more football has been played. All of a sudden he dips all the way down to 244. And then by February 25th, he's back about where he started. He peaked around March 21st, and now it looks like he's dropped down a little bit more. Now, when you look at the mock drafts here that's been recently done, and on April 10th, he was a 7th-round pick, according to Draft Countdown. And then on April 4th, a little earlier than that, though, he was a 3rd-round pick by Cameron Henderson over at Bear Goggles On. Pretty cool name there, by the way. I hate the Bears, but that's pretty funny. We'll play off beer goggles there. Emilio's had beer goggles a couple times in his youth, I promise you. A couple times. CBS had him in round 3 on April 2nd. March 26th, they had him in the 6th round. Gang Green Nation had him go in the 5th round in March. 12th Man Rising, I'm sure that's a Seahawks website, had him go in the 3rd round in mid-March. They had him going to Green Bay. Jacob Westendorf had him in the 6th round, March 13th. So he's somewhere between the 3rd and the 6th to 7th round. So this guy, he may be a 3rd round pick. He may be hovering around until the 6th round. That's what it says your draft projection. Elijah Roberts projects as a 3rd to 6th round pick in 2025 NFL draft, aligning with his 105 ranking on our PTA big board. His power, pressure, production, and fit as a 3-4 base end match Green Bay's defensive needs. Obviously, it's talking about that versatility if you're going to play a base end. At 280 is kind of the cutoff when you're in a 34 front. If he could play edge, that makes for a really good edge setter in a 4-3 front. Yep. His ceiling is a reliable starter if he refines his counters, while his floor is a high-end backup with special teams value. The Packers visit highlights their interest in his unique tools, and his Shrine Bowl performance could solidify his draft stock. What's your all's thoughts, Jacob? How you feel about this guy after reading all that, man?
I really, really like him. I just don't quite understand where Goody would justify taking this pick. I mean, you don't see many prospects where it's like, yeah, he could go between round 2 and 7. It's like, yeah, that's the draft. I would personally think that he's closer. Yeah, just like Drew's saying here, I think he's closer to the 3rd or 2nd round, honestly. Like, I really do think that somebody could surprise, that one GM could take a chance on him, you know what I mean? And really think that he's got the tools. I mean, you can't argue with that production. And I would argue that as far as like the RAS goes, that's not terrible in any capacity, you know? Yep. And if, especially teams that would utilize somebody like with that versatility, I think he could play if in a pinch, if you had to kick him inside and maybe do like more of a 5, a 3 tech every now and then. And obviously he said he did the wide 9 and the 7s in college. So, you know, almost 6'4" and almost 300 pounds. That's a pretty good plug and play guy anywhere on that defensive line.
Yeah. Okay. And H.E. Solder here saying too, captain and wrestler.
Let's go.
It's on the board, H.E. Now let me add to this, Jacob. Here, Elijah Roberts ran his numbers on RAS as a D tackle. Okay. His height was a 7'8", his weight was 252. Vertical was an 8.52. Broad was a 9.67. 40-yard dash was a 9.87, and his shuttle was a 4.0. His RAS as a D tackle, 9.35.
Let's go. Yeah. Hey, and again, man, you can – what did he weigh in at, 285 at the combine?
285. And Consensus has him as a D lineman. PFF has him as an edge.
As an edge, yep.
Yeah.
So, man, that's what you do when you can play from 4-4 all the way to wide 9, right? Like, put them anywhere, like Jacob said.
That's very interesting, man, because you get yourself in a pinch and you can kick him inside a little bit.
Yep.
That's really exciting. Really exciting. Yeah. Seems like he plays with a mean streak, too. You know what I mean? So, there you go. Elijah Roberts. Anything else on him, guys?
No. You had me at off the field. He's a high character leader.
Well, and plus the fact that 51 games over 5 seasons with basically no injuries, like the guy's he's a workhorse. I like that.
Yep. And he's got the versatility factor too. We should note that for sure.
Did you put the V in there, Emilio?
The V? Ooh. No, I can.
Probably need to do that. That's a good call.
Man. Yeah. This is a guy, I mean, he can play in the 34 or the 4-3, you know. We can move him around.
I think Chris said it best. He goes, "This man has a unique set of skills."
So I got a question.
Liam Neeson of the draft.
That's right.
I got a question for you boys. I was really excited about hitting on Ty Felton, and I know Tim was as well. If we do a mock draft, we probably need to hang that over till tomorrow. Is that cool with everybody? We just wait and hit Ty Felton tomorrow as a top 30 visit and do a mock draft right now. Is that all right with everybody?
Anybody give the people what they want. Mock draft. Let's go. Maybe we'll draft Ty Felton in the 3rd or 4th.
We can do a mock draft. We'll get 5 more super chats. We'll do a mock draft.
They're routed to Emilio's bank account. If we get 5.
Respect Orange just said mock Tua.
Oh no. What happened to her? Where did she go?
Well, we took her off the soundboard and she lost it, man. It was just one.
She was America's sweetheart until she stole all that money from everybody with the fake Bitcoin or whatever it was, right?
She pulled the rug and she went off into the sunset, dude.
Hey man, listen, that's
you ready to go?
It's a story. It's the story of Jacob's life right there. 1 minute they're here, the next minute they're gone, right, Jake?
And they took all your money, I tell you.
Bates, is that a fake one or is that a real one?
I feel like that's
Bates
fake.
doesn't fake anything, does he?
No. Yeah, that's a real one.
Bates has donated so much of this stupid show that we're gonna consider it real, even if it is fake. All right, let's do it. Let's do a mock draft, 7 rounds. I'm gonna keep my input out of it, guys. I want you guys to run this tonight. Okay, Bates, stop. Put your money back in your pocket, sir, please. You're too kind to us.
Something they never say at the Oval Office.
They never say that, do they?
They do.
That's a good point. All right. 7-round mock. Are we ready, boys? Let me see if I can get this full screen somehow. I'm probably going to screw it up by messing around here too much. Yep,
Get ready to go.
All right, that's good enough. Okay. 7-round mock. Any kind of trade up or anything y'all want to do, or are we just going to kind of let it roll to 23 here?
What would happen if we tried to trade Jair for like a 4th?
Okay.
Would you want to do that? Does that sound realistic?
I know
No.
Tim said
No.
Hey, I will say this. I'm going to say this about Jair, and then we'll get started on the draft. Hearing Wildy talk about it, Wildy has been very vocal, like, hey, and he still thinks he's not going to be a Packer. But he's like, the more time that goes on, kind of feels like both camps are like, this might be the best situation for both of us. And you guys go listen. I don't want to, speak for him. But he was like, it ain't moving much, maybe 0.1%. But it's like the more time that goes on, you feel like, okay, Jair may be returning to the Packers. So I'd be all about it, to be honest with you, because the guaranteed money's pretty much gone. And if he misses time because of injury, which is my main concern, right, I would much rather have Jair than a 4th-round pick. That's just me personally.
Yep.
Now, the more if he gets hurt, which is my concern, guess what? You get a portion of that cap back because it's going to be in salary form as opposed to, guaranteed money. So
and then Kalen King gets to see the field a little bit, maybe,
maybe.
Right. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. He rides this out. He stays on the team. He gets picked up in free agency next year. Don't we still get a comp pick?
How does that work? Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, if you lose him in free agency, depending on what you pick up in free agency, it's supposed to offset, right? Now, I did learn this year that because we traded for Malik Willis, if he walks in free agency because you traded for him, that doesn't count. It's got to be someone you drafted. So maybe, I imagine we will get a comp pick. Drew, if you're in the chat still, let us know about that. If Jair were to walk in free agency, of course, he's under contract for 2 more years, Emilio.
Oh, that's right.
Really makes no sense.
We're up a creek without a paddle, huh?
That's right. Let's start this thing. We're just going to roll it to 23. You guys have the steering wheel tonight, all right? So I'm just going to
I already know who I'm picking late round.
All right, pick 23, best on the board, Shamar Stewart, edge out of Texas A&M. 21, Malik Starks, safety out of Georgia. 22, Kenneth Grant, defensive lineman out of Michigan. Calm down, Jacob. 23, Nick Emenwore, safety out of South Carolina. 25, Omarion Hampton, running back out of North Carolina. 26, Walter Nolan out of Ole Miss. 27, Jackson Dart. 28, Grace Abel. Derek Harmon's there. James Pierce Jr. is there, like we talked about. What do you guys want to say? Becca Igbuka? What do you guys want to see here? Talk to me.
I'm boring. Give me D-line. Let's go. Grant,
some people are saying
Harmon.
trade. Do we want to entertain a trade down here? And you guys tell me what to click on.
I mean, realistically, yeah. Look at that grouping of people. I mean,
Too old for hold up a minute. I don't mean to cut you off. Too old for this says I don't like any of these guys. Trade back. What the hell are you talking about? There's like 50 guys here I would take.
You don't like any of these guys?
Like these are all like who are you looking for is what I'm asking. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry, Jake.
No, I mean, if you could, can you scroll up just a tidbit there?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, geez, look at that. I mean, anything from Shamar Stewart to Kenneth Grant to
Walter Nolan,
Zabel, Nolan, Harmon. If I had to choose, I'd go Kenneth Grant. Is that what you would do, Tim?
Yeah, that would be mine. Grant or Nolan.
Yeah, but it just feels like almost like I feel like we could get a little more.
Look at all these guys that need tackle, man.
Let's see. Trey, coach is saying we trade back to Baltimore at 27 and take their 91st pick.
Anybody opposed to that?
Not at all.
I think if we could do that, that'd be great.
Yep.
All right, let's see if we could get a trade.
Them or the Chiefs.
What's that, Emilio?
I said trade back with them or the Chiefs.
All right, so we're going to give them 23 for 27 and 91, right?
Yes.
Looks like they said yes. We good with it?
Yeah.
All right, we're trading back 4 picks with the Baltimore Ravens.
Plus,
All right,
that gives us an awesome grouping from 87 to 91.
And look who's still on the board.
Look at that. Oh,
all right,
no.
let's go. Let's see if Shamar went. Shamar's gone now, but James Pierce is there. So keep that in mind. Wide receiver, Emeka Egbuka's still there.
Oh, look at Jaden.
We're going to get Jaden Higgins at 54. Don't worry.
All right, Dan. How about we? Can you go back?
We're getting
to
Higgins or Harris at 54. So
I'll be
Dude,
okay with you.
I like that. Yeah. All right, let's go. What do you think, Grant?
Kenneth Grant or Nolan? What do you guys
Emilio,
think?
where's Kenneth Grant on the board, man? Do you have the board pulled up by
Kenneth
chance?
Grant is 14th. Walter Nolan is 19th. And who's the other one?
Derek Harmon. He's a little lower, right? 28th,
Yes,
I think.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I mean, not that we have to do it, but realistically, if you saw Kenneth Grant, Walter Nolan, Derek Harmon, and Darius Alexander all there, would you not still try to trade back even 1 or 2 spots here?
I would go ahead and take James Pierce because he's even higher on the board.
We have never traded back twice before we've made a first pick. Y'all want to do it too?
Okay, let's do it. Hey, I'm all for a good time.
Emilio said, "I'll try anything once." So
No,
let's go.
The first round. Do not go out of the first round.
Okay,
Come on
trade
now.
back with the Chiefs. Trade back with the
No.
Chiefs then.
So we're going KC then at 31,
Yep.
and we're going to try to pick up 66.
Okay.
They said, "Get out of here," but we can give them something back.
Get out of
Still,
here.
They said no,
Let's
no.
let's try to get a.
No, just give me
we'll
me
take
90.
95. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll take 95.
All right.
Or
That's what I
we
hated.
just go with Emilio's
We got to exit out now. Let me come back. Hold on, man. Let's see here. All right, so we're going to try to give 27, right, for 31 and 95. They said yes.
Take that all day. Third
All right.
round, we're gonna feast in the third. Oh,
Look at us.
And
Just
we're going to use all our third round picks to trade back up into the second.
look at this. Tampa Bay said,
jeez.
"You give us pick 31, we'll give you everything, including a 6-man team of our janitors, our custodians."
You can use the stadium when you're down here too.
So still there is Walter Nolan, Tyleek
Wow.
Williams at D
All right,
tackle.
let's run up Nolan.
Okay, but
All
what
right.
about
James
James
Oh.
Pierce? It's got to be Pierce. I'm sorry, it's got to be.
Where's Pierce at on the board, Emilio?
He is 12th on the board.
Take him. Take him.
So
Wow.
it's
Yeah,
we're
take
talking
'em.
Tim. We're talking about 12th at edge or 14 with Kenneth Grant at D tackle. That's
That's
tough.
it.
Man.
That's what we're stuck between.
Trade back.
You guys know where I'm at. I think D line is more important than edge. That's just my opinion, but I'm cool with either pick. I'll take Pierce Jr. right here for sure. No problem.
All right. So is that your vote, Tim?
I feel like Tim's Tim is just a whatever defense. Tim's just a defense. Emilio, are you willing?
I
go
really
on the
want to
limb?
say Walter Nolan. I really do. I
Okay,
really do.
Tim's
But
saying Walter
I'm
Nolan.
totally cool with the value we get with James Pierce Jr. So
Yeah, James Pierce Jr.
I will punch
especially
the
after the
ticket for-
convo we had tonight. So
I
was
will
gonna
punch
say.
the ticket for Pierce.
I'll
All right,
back
so,
it.
All right, so we're going Pierce here, right?
Yep.
All right, James Pierce Jr. out of Tennessee. So now we're coming back up at 54. I think we all want to look at wide receiver, right?
Can you
yes.
look at
So we got
Ooh.
Trey Harris sitting there, then
Mhm.
Jalen Noel, and then we've got Elick Ayamaner, then Jack Besh.
Trey Harris.
Yeah.
D line.
Let's look at D line. Tyleek Williams still there. TJ Sanders still there. This
Darius
is
Alexander.
Trey Harris, and then we get Omar Norman Lott at 87.
Ooh, I
Let's
like
go.
that. Can you go to all real quick, Killian?
So you got Travion Henderson, you got Tyleek Williams, Mason Taylor.
Mason Taylor. Oh, we might need to take Mason Taylor here.
No, we don't. We just signed Fitz.
Fitzmagic,
We
I
got
know,
this.
but
A second round pick on a tight end, Emilio?
Yeah, come on,
dude,
Stop
Mason
it.
Taylor's going to play for 12 years.
Oh,
Oh man! Just imagine if Dave is if Dave Hooker's watching right now, going, "I can't believe I went on this show." What am I thinking? All right, so what are we thinking here, boys?
Trey Harris. Run
yeah.
the card.
I mean,
Stop
we gotta-
playing.
we gotta.
I would honestly go D line still here. There's so many wide receivers left. I
I
would
can't
take
believe
either.
I'm arguing offense.
I know,
Emilio's
Tim. I'm
career.
sorry. I'm going to push back. I think we should still go D line here and get our boy Tyleek.
Okay, where's Tyleek on that board?
It's hard to argue with that.
See where Tyleek's at here,
Where'd I
and
put
I want to know where TJ Sanders is too.
Mm-hmm.
Tyleek is 35th and TJ Sanders is 40th. but he
What
or
about-
39th, but he has a spade. Tyleek is
What-
ahead of him though.
What about Alexander Darius?
He is swimming down there.
Yeah, he's pretty low. Not
Whoops.
real low, but he's
He's
lower
going to
than
be 37 years old too in his rookie year. Doesn't help
He's
him.
gonna be drawing Social Security out there.
Yeah.
So with Tyleek Williams, he's better on the board than Trey Harris, right, Emilio? Trey Harris,
Correct.
is
4 spots
Trey?
better.
4 spots better. So not
So maybe we go with
I-
Emilio. Let's take Tyleek here, and then maybe we get Jacob's boy Torrey Horton at 87 or something.
Oh, yeesh.
that would be a go-to. You could probably try to get him around 95. Even.
Look at Tim. Tim knows what compromise means. Let's go, Tim.
Let's
I
go.
like that.
Hey, I'm never
Tim
going to
been
argue with defense too much.
Tim
Give me
been married for a
Tyleek. Let's
while.
go.
Tim been married for a while. He knows how this works. Listen, it's give and take. You kidding me? Your back hurts when you sleep on the couch. So we're gonna
Okay.
Can we
Okay.
look at cornerback though, real quick?
Yeah, we can. We can.
But we're still going to take Tyleek.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, who was it? Somebody was really high on Jacob Parrish. It might have been Dane Brugler. Somebody liked Jacob Parrish a lot. Keep that in mind. I think Bucky Brooks said he liked Noah Williams. It made me think of you guys because he really liked Noah Williams as well, but a little lower. So what are we thinking here, boys? Tyleek?
Tyler.
I think it's got to be.
Tyleek A+. There you go. Bang. So we got 2 top 30 visits already drafted. Pretty cool. So now we're back on the clock at 87. All right. Pick 87.
Oh, wait,
Ooh,
what was
there we
that? We
go.
just had a trade proposal from the Jets. You want to fleece the Jets one more time?
Tim,
was that?
they're going to start claiming us, or we're going to have to claim them on our taxes or something if we keep doing this. You know what I mean? Like it's going to be, you're going to start holding us responsible for abusing them. Isaiah Bond, which we know the personal issues off the field. There's Ty Felton, the top 30 visit we just had. So who was it you said you wanted at wide receiver earlier, boys?
Torrey Horton.
Torrey Horton. He's still down there, right?
No, he went.
He's gone.
Where did he
Wow.
go?
Okay, hold on. We're all right. Hold on.
Calm down.
Hold on.
Tim, you
Ty-
lied.
Pat, hold on. Pat Bryant, Ty Felton,
Tesla.
Restrepo, my favorite undersized receiver in the draft.
I was going to say as we were talking about this, boys, receivers getting thin quick. Like if we don't take
Yeah.
Trey Harris, but Tyleek Williams, it's hard to argue with that pick, man. Really is.
Man,
There-
because look, Ullman Lot is still there, right? If
For
you go to
D line,
all.
probably.
Yeah.
But-
So we should have went Trey Harris, and we should have
So
went
is Tesla.
Ullman Lot.
Drew D, sir. Isaiah Bond may be out on Bond. I see what you did there, sir.
Yeesh.
Well, we'll look at it, boys.
Can you go to all? Yeah. So,
What-
ooh,
yeah,
Marcus
or
Bowe, Harold Fannin.
You know I'm going to take my boy Bo. I'm voting
I like
for Bo right
Omar
I
Norman.
like both. I like both there too, Tim. I'm gonna be honest.
Coast to East. Let's
Where's he-
go.
Where's Bo
Draft.
at on our board, Amelia?
My boy Bo is 74.
That'd be good value at 87, wouldn't it?
Yes,
It
sir.
would be.
I wouldn't mind that.
All right, so we're going to
I
go
like the walls, man. These things are coming up very nicely
Here.
in this draft.
building the trenches. So Marcus Bowe, right? We good?
I like
Yes.
it.
All right. A+. Crushed it. All
Yeah,
right.
buddy.
Moving along here. Get these trades out of the way. 91 now. Pick 91.
Jeez, Omar.
Oh, we got
Don't
a
you
little
dare
bucket
bring
here.
up Tyler Shuck's name. Don't do it.
Get our boy Scattaboo.
How about Scattaboo?
Oh my God.
There's
If
Omar Norman.
if
Lott.
we take a running back before a receiver,
What do you guys? How do y'all feel? Has anybody's opinion changed on Kyle Williams at all?
I don't know.
Hmm,
I haven't watched it.
no.
Okay. All right. So wide receiver, it kind of feels like you can get most of these guys. If we're not big on Kyle Williams, then we could definitely get these other guys with at least the next pick. Right.
I believe
Pat
so.
Bryant, I was kind of big on.
Is Jacob's boy still up there?
Who's
No.
that?
Horton's gone.
No, he gone.
But Isaac's up there. Didn't you like Isaac too, Jacob?
I really do. Yeah. Yeah. I just feel like that's a lot too early.
Do you
for
like him more than you
Well,
like Pat
no.
Bryant?
Yeah.
right, Where's Jacob Parrish on our board, Emilio?
I would take Jacob Parrish at this point.
I would take Jacob Parrish.
Parrish is 120 on our board.
So a
But-
little bit of a reach, but he's going to be gone.
He's versatile and they love his speed. He's
Where's,
quick. I mean, he is quick.
Where's Quincy Riley on our board?
Quincy is 209.
Okay, so he's way lower. Yeah, let's go.
What
with
about
that. We need a corner, right? If we don't
No.
go corner here, we're probably not going to get one.
Noel is 160.
where's Kobe and Za
Kobe.
Frazier as well?
Kobe is. How am I spelling that? There we go.
It's great.
Man, we're getting some hate in the chat from Timothy S.
Man,
Oh,
Timothy.
COB. I'm sorry. Kobe is 132. And
Okay.
Mr. Zai is, I think he's higher up.
Tim
Is
says there's
90
no way a
raised.
guard's going 87 in this draft. That's dumb. Marcus Bowe played tackle in college. But
Looking at Timothy's profile pic, I think he knows what he's talking about. This dude seems
Yeah.
like a pretty solid. So, Za,
I like
where's Za?
Parrish.
Where's Za?
Za
Frazier?
Za is 93, which is 20 spots ahead of Parrish, but I do really like Parrish.
So if we go Parrish here, and then we come back and try to get Za at 124, he's there. I think that's a good grouping, according to our board, right?
Right.
So we think of Parrish here, boys.
yeah.
I like that.
Jacob Parrish is
And
the
I don't
pick.
think we necessarily need to double dip at corner. Even
That's a
with
good
the
point.
Jair being up in the air, we got Nate Hobbs, we've got some youth back there. We may not have to take another corner right away.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I like that.
All right, what are we thinking now, boys? Pick 95. Again, just a recap for everybody on the podcast here. With the 31st pick, because we traded back twice like a bunch of cheesers, we got James Pierce Jr., edge out of Tennessee. At 54, we got Tyleek Williams, defensive tackle out of Ohio State. 87, we went Marcus Bowe out of Purdue. 91, we went Jacob Parrish, cornerback out of Kansas State. What do we want to see here, Jets?
Omar Norman Lott.
I mean, we got to look at wide receiver, though, real quick.
I say we go ahead and take Andrew Makuba, the safety.
Are you
Stop
being
it.
serious?
Stop it.
59th on the
Available.
board.
That's
I think it
available,
might be,
right?
It might be Kyle Williams' time.
59th on the PTA big board.
Jeez.
Was
Wow.
the fourth best safety last year.
That's interesting, man. Think about the safety room here for a second, all right?
Where's
Xavier
he gonna play?
McKinney, Evan Williams, right? Those are your starters. Backups, you've got
Bullard.
our boy Oladapo and Zane Anderson, right? So you'd have to carry 5, which I think we regularly do, mainly because of special teams, right? To keep all those guys on the roster. Would it be crazy to go safety? Would it?
I don't
Yes.
think so.
The value is great there.
Only if it's a safety who can't play in the slot.
I want to ask the chat real quick. Would we go? How do y'all feel about Makuba? Safety.
He's a versatile safety, is how we have him.
He can play a little in the slot. What do y'all think? Drew says he thinks we're loaded at safety. Chris says, I'm not answering your question. Just go with Omar Norman Lott.
Yeah, we still got Omar Brown on practice squad, too.
That's a good point.
Guys, we
All right,
got to
so we're-
look at. We got to
Emilio,
look
you
at.
got outvoted, sir. Sorry.
Wide receiver.
We
we
got to
gotta
look
wide
at
receiver.
receiver here.
What do you guys think about taking a shot at Kyle Williams?
I'm telling you, man, our board, where's he at on our board, Emilio? And explain why he's low to everybody.
Kyle.
I know you're upset over Makuba, man.
I am a little upset. We're going to drop 130 spots so we can take Kyle Williams at 193. That's
And I know people don't like what Emilio's saying in the chat, but I'm telling you, this is called working the board. The value there, if Goody's board had Makuba where we've got him, and you could get him at 95, he's running the damn card.
And it's
Where's Restrepo on our board? He's probably higher, right?
Okay, hold on, Tim. You're right. That's completely fair.
Streppo that ran the 5 flat.
Restrepo is 57th on our board, Tim.
57.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
So if we're sticking with the board, we're taking Xavier Restrepo.
Yeah, that's true. I'm hands up. You're right. You caught me.
I hate this draft.
Really? Because we're getting straight A's, baby.
Jacob hasn't seen those since
Look
elementary.
Look at
My
that
hands-
defense, man, getting stronger. I
My
love
hands are clean of this one. I told you I have nothing to do with it.
it.
Stutzman
No,
is,
we-
Danny Stutzman here. Let's
Stutzman
go.
is there.
No. We're not getting a linebacker till the end, and I know who we're getting. Okay, so we can just wait.
And his name might be Jack Kaiser.
No,
Oh, sorry. Let's go, boys. Come on, pick it
Tim,
up.
I think you're completely fair. If we need a receiver, then take Restrepo. If you
If
want
we're
to
going
keep
receiver here, yeah, we're taking
if you're
Restrepo.
keeping Ed to the defense, I'm not against Makuba. And it's just I like it because we haven't seen these kind of names normally. We're not picking at 91, 95 all the time, so we get a little different bite.
Yeah.
All right, we're
I'm
going
also
to
okay with waiting on receiver and getting a Ty Felton or a Deontay Thornton, Pat Bryant, somebody a little later. That's cool too.
Tesla.
Where's Pat Bryant on the board, Emilio?
You got it.
So I think we're higher on him than most people are. I could be wrong though.
Pat Bryant is 116.
Yeah. So that would be great value at like 159. My gosh. All right. Talk to me, boys.
Dante
Makuba.
Thornton is a blocking machine, by the way, for what it's worth. No block, no rock in Green
I
Bay.
say we wait for our receiver then, Tim, and we go get our boy Makuba from Texas.
Oh my God.
I agree with that first part.
Yeah, let's see what kind of long snappers we got here. We got Austin Brinkman at 468.
Okay, we do have Austin though on the board.
Dude, just take Omar Norman Lott and get this over with already.
Is he still there? I mean, I feel like
Let's go.
Where's he at on the board, Emilio?
Omar is
Acting like we didn't just lose TJ Slayton. Come
Yeah.
on now.
Norman Lott is 113.
Oh, so that's a little bit of a reach. Never mind.
What's the other one? Farmer.
Joshua
Yeah,
Farmer.
Farmer.
Farmer's 174, and
Yeah.
no, I think it's our boy Makubi or Restrepo.
I'm telling you, man, that again, according to our board. Now, if we're looking for good grades, Makuba would probably get us an A, maybe an A plus. Restrepo would probably be like a B minus. So
I would rather not reach on Restrepo.
Me too.
we're going
Let's
safety,
go,
right?
baby.
All right. Chat, turn your head. We're going Andrew Makuba.
Bring him
safety
in.
out of Texas.
Wait, the chat's gonna burn this show down.
This is going to be
Who?
Look, we're just trying to pass, man. That's all we're trying to do here. Okay. So
Thank
now we need
you,
to make the
see?
wide receiver.
Oh my God, take a wide receiver now for the
Restrepo
lowest.
is still there. Restrepo is still there.
I think we gotta
Wow.
go. Oh,
Emilio, do we have? Listen to me stuttering like a Restrepo. Does he have the hard eyes, or am I wrong thinking he's small?
Restrepo
He's
is-
small for sure.
He's like 5'7". He
He's
does
small
not.
and
What the
slow.
hell are we doing?
Where's
Small and
Tez
slow.
Johnson on our board?
Same thing with him too. He's a little small, a little.
He's
slow.
tiny too.
This
Little-
is
little guy.
89.
Bye, Timothy. See ya. Have a good
Tim,
night.
don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you, my friend.
Thanks for stopping by.
Appreciate you. Hit that like button on the way out.
I think we go Dante Thornton. To be honest,
It's
That's what I
funny
do.
too because he just left and he's been screaming draft Dante Thornton. He walked out. Of the- All right, we're going Dante Thornton here, boys.
yeah.
I like it.
Any
I like
objections?
Nah, maybe
It's
we'll
gonna be
keep
a bad grade, but right. Jake Cole says Tez is 5 pounds. Talk to me, boys. We're running out of time here. We're at
I'm
hour
done.
50.
Hey,
I'm telling you.
Stackbacker. Let's look at Stackbacker.
Oh Lord.
Danny Stutzman.
Ooh. All right.
Here's the
Run the
guy
board. Hit
on
him
our
up. Let's
board.
go. Take him. Take him. Take him.
All right, Danny Stutzman, A plus.
You know what, Chris Paul
All right.
Jr.? Okay,
Let's
all
get-
right. Now
now-
let's get a receiver.
Now let's get Tesla. All right.
Okay, perfect.
No, Pat Bryant.
Pat Bryant. I'll go Pat.
Pat Bryant, baby.
Amelia,
Or Nick Nash.
what's the board say amongst these receivers here?
Pat Bryant is 116.
Yep.
Tesla's like
Isaac
300.
Isaac is 370. And
Where's-
who's the
Where's
other one?
Ty Felton at?
Pat Bryant, run the cod.
Yeah, run the CAD.
Ty Felton on our board is 131, right?
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
so we're going, what would you say, Pat Bryant? Is that right?
Pat Bryant.
All right.
Yes.
Pat Bryant it is, B plus out of Illinois. Great hands, good against man coverage, if I remember correctly, right?
Mhm.
So,
Yep.
there you go. Yeah, monster aggressor. I was with you, buddy, talking about Ty Felton being the top 30 visit. All right. What now, boys? What now?
We can check corner, see what's happening over there.
Take a peek at corner.
See if
Jason.
our boy Marshall. Thank you. Okay, I just got to say this: 98 card. Okay, an Ultimate Team, a what if card for Mr. Marshall. Nasty at man to man.
Give me
Where's he at on the
Jalen
board?
Smith instead.
What'd you say, Tim?
Jalen Smith if we're going corner again.
Marshall's 340 on our board.
Jeez, Pete. Yeah, let's hold off on that, Amelia. I
Let's
know he's
wait.
got a good card, but
I think we can wait because we could get Dotson, Smith, or Huzzy down
Yeah.
with these last few picks. Can we look at wide receiver again?
wide receiver Isaac Tesla.
I'm just saying.
Where's he on
Or
the board
Andrew
again?
Armstrong.
Too old for this. This draft is so unhinged. It feels like long snapper is on the horizon.
We could look at long snapper. We could.
Yeah, we did.
Better
He'll
trade
be-
back again.
He'll be there at 250. He'll be there at 250. I promise you. Whichever one you like, we'll be there at 250. So where's Tesla on the board, Emilio?
He's
370.
370.
370. Jeez.
379, I think.
Yeah. Sorry. Can't do it. Me no like that. What
We're
do you
not doing another. Are we really going to take another receiver?
here? We've only taken one offensive lineman.
That's what I'm saying.
Mitchell
Well,
Evans is 153 on the board, and he's got hard eyes. And he was
I'm trying my
94.
best to protect that roster spot for my boy Malik Heath. You know, that's
Yeah.
why I don't want another receiver.
Well, what about a tight end, Tim? How's your take on that?
yeah, let's go tight end. I'm with it.
Bring our boy Mitch in. PFF 22, 94, 23, 11, 24,
Can I say something, Emilio?
88.
Me being the resident Notre Dame fan here, as much as I would love an Irish, the intel on him was he really didn't play hard last year.
Oh,
I know.
Hey,
I know. Man.
Have
We
we
can go Sorrel.
taken
Can
a
we
look
talk
to
about
see
Sorrel?
if is this guy on the board still?
That's a good
Ooh.
question.
the old DC.
Jacob Bayer's there. He'll be there
Here's
at the
the
end.
guy. That might be our 250.
We got
pick.
him around the 100 spot, right, Emilio?
Yeah,
Jacob
I
Bayer?
believe so.
That's
Jeez.
wild, man. That's wild to think about. So we could reserve one of those last picks for him if we want to go that route. So
Brian says Jalen Travis, offensive tackle, 6'8", 339, 9.07 RAS.
where's he at on the board, Emilio? Jalen Travis, JALEN.
218. It's because we have no information besides his consensus at 194 and 33rd 117.
So we don't have any PFF grades in there for him.
No PFF for Mr. Travis. I'll see if I can pull him up quick.
Well, we got to get those in there for sure. So Jalen Travis might be the pick here, to be honest with you. Let me do this real quick while we're over on time, of course. This is how that works. You guys talk amongst yourselves there. Jacob, Tim, what would your pick be right here so far based off what we've seen?
Just real quick, Jalen Travis, 6'8", 89th percentile. His weight's in the 96th percentile. His span's in the 85th. His broad's in the 92nd. His vert is the 99th percentile. Dude is an absolute freak. I'd be all right with him. He's from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Just saying.
Yeah, his PFF grade 23 in 2023 was an 80.9. It dropped to a 70.8 this year. So that kind of feels like that Jaden Reed type pick.
Hold on, I'll get you a new number in 2 seconds here.
We'll
178.
stall for a second here.
I do agree that if we go O-line, it should be a tackle, not an interior.
Yeah, right. I agree, Tim. Yeah, get somebody out there on the edge.
Okay, hold on. Let me refilter it real quick. And our
Get it
boy,
to
Mr. Jalen Travis, moved up to 155.
Get him
Gotta
on the
take it.
board.
Run
There
the
it is.
cod.
A plus, crushed it.
Bam.
Glad. Hey, see, this is why you do these exercises too. Like we would not have had
Okay.
that information. We would have overlooked it. So
Aronde Gadsden.
No, is Jack Kaiser still on the board, or did he disappear?
Tesla.
No,
Test-
if we're going linebacker, you're scrolling down to my boy Sean, and you're putting him on the roster.
Sean
Tesla.
Dolak,
Yes,
you
you are.
Sean Dolak here, boys. Defend your pick. No, thank you. I will not.
Sean Dolak, 188, 186 on the board. Okay, hits the measurables, 54 and 22, 154 and 23, but was hurt. Third in PFF last year.
That's a positive.
Okay.
He was hurt.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go Tesla in 237. Come back around. Get your boy Dolak. All right.
No, we're getting our Kansas baby with our last
Oh
pick.
yeah, that's right.
Where's Thor at? Did Thor go?
He better not have.
He did.
Hold
Thor's
on.
gone.
Was that Omarion Hampton still on the board there?
Running back?
No,
All you running back fans out there?
that
No,
can't
he
be.
gone.
That
He way
can't be
gone.
right. Okay, I'm seeing things.
What are we thinking here,
Tesla.
gents? Talk to me.
Either Tesla or Drew Kendall.
I say Higgins, Jay Higgins, or Drew Kendall.
Where's Drew Kendall? Amelia?
Mr. Drew Kendall.
We've worked Emilio like a dog tonight. We're hour 30 in.
Drew Kendall's 202, which is 50 spots behind my boy Sean.
Where's Jay Higgins out of Iowa?
So stupid.
Jay Higgins ran like a 5.240, but
Jay Higgins had a negative RAS at 174, still 20 spots behind my boy Sean on the board.
A negative RAS.
All right, take it easy.
He's just he's never gonna have a shot unless I put up a little fight for him. He's never gonna make it on the board.
Higgins is still running this 40.
You guys don't want Blake Martinez 2.0? Come on now.
Only if you got the Pokemon cards.
Oh man, Murray Harris. Yeah, this is we got to make a pick here, boys.
I say we take Drew Kendall.
Drew Kendall, interior offensive lineman. So that's 2 interiors, 1 offensive tackle we've taken. If we go that route, where's Drew Kendall again, Amelia? I think I asked you. I'm sorry.
203, I believe.
203. So that's good value on our board. It's good value according to theirs, right? So
yes,
we're good with it.
Yeah,
Got to end this draft, man.
Yeah, we got to get
Kendall play any center?
Yes, strictly center. Yep.
Yes,
Okay, cool.
strictly
Let's draft him. Let's go.
Let's get this thing over with.
All right, now let's get our Kansas State and get out of here.
Damn, we're going to draft another offensive lineman.
Let's do it.
you're either taking Jason Marshall or Sean Dolak. Those are my 2 options.
I say you go Marshall or Dolak as well.
And Marshall's extremely low, right?
Hold on.
Sean's still 150.
Can we just take a peek at D-line one more time?
Yeah. But Thor's not there.
Nazir Stackhouse.
Let's see.
That Barrow is interesting as well.
Or
Barrow
Ahmed
Jr.
Hussein.
Hey, listen, Emilio been screaming for it. We're doing it. We're going Sean Dolak. D+. Hope you're happy, Emilio.
Yes.
Oh.
It was funny, though, because he will not shut up about Sean Dolak. And I'm like, bro, this guy ain't no good. And I listened to there was 2 or 3 podcasts in a row. People are like, look for Sean Dolak late in the draft. He's
going to look good carrying the water for Tyron Hopper.
2-0 for this says, should have listened to me on the Mockless Monday. Exactly. Oh, man.
I still think it's hilarious they had that guy in here trolling, and then we take his pick the second
he left.
Look at where Cam Ward went on this.
All right, so
What?
Cam Ward, how did that happen? He dropped all the way to 8 to Carolina. Carolina? Really?
I don't.
And they got Bryce Young. Shador Sanders went number 1 to Tennessee. That's definitely not happening. Jalen Walker, number 2 to Georgia. Travis Hunter, 3 to the Giants. Armand Membo, 4 to the Patriots. Mason Graham, 5 to the Jaguars. Ashton Gianti, 6 to the Raiders. Colston Loveland, 7 to the Jets. Cam Ward, 8 to the Panthers. Abdul Carter,
9th. What's happening?
Michael Williams to the Bears at 10. Me no like that. Kelvin Banks, 11 to the 49ers. Matthew Golden, 12 to the Cowboys. Y'all need to give Bates a refund. I'm going to get your $4 back to you, Bates, with interest. Will Campbell, 13 to the Dolphins. Jahad Campbell, 14 to the Colts. 15, Jahdae Barron to the Falcons. 16, Josh Simmons to the Cardinals. Bates says Timothy S. just threw his guinea pig.
Timmy.
Comment of the night right there.
I don't think I've ever heard anything so randomly funny in my life.
Oh, my God. All right, so 17, Tyler Booker to the Bengals. Mike Green goes 18 to the Seahawks. Ty Warren, 19 to the Bucks. Luther Burden, 20 to the Broncos. Tet McMillan, 21 to the Steelers. Will Johnson, 22 to the Chargers. Nick Emenware, 23 to the Ravens. That's who they traded up with us to go get. Gray Zabel, 24 to the Vikings. Donovan Jackson, 25 to the Texans. Shamar Stewart, 26 to the Rams. Kenneth Grant, 27 to the Chiefs. That sucks.
That's
playing along Chris Jones. That's just crazy. Emeka Egbuka to the Lions. Maxwell Harris to the Commanders. Derek Harmon to the Bills at 30. And then we went James Pierce Jr. at 31. Malik Starks went 32 to the Eagles. So there you go. There it is. I'm going to save it. And I'm going to make sure everybody knows I had nothing to do with this money.
Go ahead and tweet this out, Clay.
Yeah,
Go
he
Tombstone.
tweeted.
We
though.
got my boy from Tulsa East at 87. That's all I care about. Let's go.
And we got Sean Dolak at least through August, right, Emilio? His
Let's
ass ain't
go,
gonna make
baby.
he ain't gonna make it to September, I promise you that.
Hey, but he's used to playing in the cold. He's used to playing in the cold.
Yeah. Well, better be used to sitting on that bench, sir. Nah. Anyway. Anything else, boys?
No, that's it.
No.
Best draft
This
yet.
was
What are you
your
talking
draft.
about?
You guys sound so defeated. It was your draft.
I
What are
thought
we
it was a
doing?
great draft. I really liked it.
He's Soder. None of that first round is happening.
None of it. I'm with you, Solder. Absolutely not. So, all right. That's it, guys. You wanted a mock draft. You got it. And I'm sure we lost subs. So I hope you're all happy. So with that being said, we're out of here. We'll be back tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central for PTA Live. We're going to hit the Ty Felton Top 30 deep dive. You guys already, if you're in the Patreon group, you've already got all the top 30 visit articles in there. We also uploaded another Chalk Talk episode for you guys and gals. Scan the QR code in the upper right, send you to patreon.com/Packer fan total access. We're going to be giving away an autographed Sean Ryan rookie card coming up this Saturday, as well as a Bo Melton card coming up. Tim, Emilio, someone please help me. We've got to create that chat for the mock draft contest, guys. We're going to be doing a mock draft contest where everybody's going to do their own Green Bay Packer mock draft. We're going to have a chat set up where you just screenshot and post in there your mock draft. Everybody gets one entry, and we're going to be giving away an autographed piece of memorabilia to whoever wins that there on draft night. We'll be doing that giveaway. So anything else? We good?
All good.
And
Great
again,
draft,
guys,
boys. Great work. Great work.
everybody go over to Dave Hooker's YouTube channel for the fact that he just took some time out of his busy day to hop on here and give us the intel on James Pierce Jr. Hopefully that kind of, I love that. I love that approach. Like, hey, this is a guy who covers the Vols. There's nothing there.
And who did we take in the first round of our mock tonight?
James Pierce Jr. And we tried to avoid it. Did we not?
Yeah.
We traded back. We kind of,
Yep.
not that we have anything against him. It's just, pretty cool. So rest of the draft sucked though. That's it. We'll see y'all tomorrow night. Everybody have a great night. Take care.
There we go.
Bye, guys.